Hello.
Frozen. Hello.
How's it going?
It's going. Welcome back.
To Mama's Time to Wine.
Oh, I forgot my wine. It's on the table.
We'll go grab it if it's close.
It's not
Okay.
that close.
Next week. We'll come back with our wine next week.
Yeah. What's happening?
Not much, just working away on this beautiful Friday.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like a Friday.
It's been such a long week that I'm like, it has to be Friday, otherwise I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
Oh, yeah. I don't ever know what I'm doing with my life.
It's so well, I don't actually know. I haven't been outside, but it looks so nice out today.
It's not horrible. It's a little windy.
Yeah, I noticed that. I did open the window, like a crack upstairs, like the upstairs windows, because I'm like, I need some fresh air in this house, but it was very windy.
Yeah.
Anyways, how's your week been?
It's been good. We just got back from vacay, so just getting into the swing of things. I know. It's when I first got off the plane, I was like, you know what? This cold feels really refreshing. And now I'm like,
Let me just read. I'm sure you've seen it. The weather report for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday this week.
I haven't seen it.
Sunday's high is 13. The high. Monday's high is 8. And Tuesday's high is 6.
Nice.
If anyone's listening that doesn't live in Illinois, lucky you.
It's 47 degrees though today.
Today is nice, yes.
Yeah.
I needed
the girls went outside today.
They what?
They went outside today.
Did they?
Yep.
That's nice. We went out on Sunday. It was like 30 and built a snowman, but we didn't last long.
I saw that. That was a big snowman.
You know who made that? Who rolled her all up?
You?
Yours truly.
Wow. Did you feel the burn?
I felt the burn. I also was left. Like they went and helped the Adam shovel, so I was just like rolling in the front yard by myself. Like anyone who does it, like drives fast, who like doesn't see the girls. Here I am, like this grown.
Yeah, just rolling.
Cute.
That same day, the girls went to your mom's house, and we didn't get as much snow as you guys got.
Yeah.
Which we don't live that far apart, so like
very strange.
A little, yeah. And they made Grandpa and Kinsley made a snowman that was about literally yay big. Like, I'm not kidding when I say it was this big.
I'm pretty sure I saw a picture of it. I think Carolyn sent me a photo.
It was the smallest little thing ever, but it was really cute.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, we got legit snow. It's gone now, but we had snow.
Oh, yeah. Our snow's gone.
I'm fine
with nothing.
Stay away.
Yeah. Yeah. Why do I look so red?
Like I noticed that when you signed in. I look so pale and you look so red.
Red, yeah.
Yeah, maybe you're just a little sunburnt from your vacation.
Christine, I love sunscreen.
I know. You came back and you were the same color as I was.
Yeah. No, sunscreen's like my best friend in this. One year I went to Florida and I... Oh, she's working. She's a working girl.
Got a Teams message. That's fine. I'm listening.
One year I went to Florida and I thought I was like cool for laying out in the sun for like maybe 40 minutes, no sunscreen.
Oh,
and I turned into essentially a lizard. Like my skin was purple and leathery and like peeling off. I have scars on my chest from it. So since then, I literally do. In the summer, when I get like a little bit tan, I'll show you the scars. Like they're just, when my chest gets tan, there's just white scars everywhere.
Dang.
I know. I can't believe you've never noticed it.
No, I haven't. But now that you like pointed out, I probably will. No, one time Jess and I were in Florida and we were laying on our stomachs and the back of our knees did something very similar. They got purple. They were... and like you need the back of your knees to walk.
Oh yeah.
For walking, I just remember being so painful. That's also funny, not funny, bad story, I guess. When I went to the dermatologist, whenever I got my last like skin check, they found a spot there and had to take it out, and it was on one of my back of my leg, on my knees.
Really?
And I was like, oh dang, maybe that's from.
I always think I'm gonna get like because my nose gets really burned. I'm always afraid I'm going to get like skin cancer on my nose.
Have you ever gotten it checked?
No, but I don't have any spots. It's just like, see how red it is all the time? It's just always like
red
this.
Too. I have makeup on right now, so you can't really tell. My nose is always red, but you know what? I actually got a facial like a year ago now. It's probably been.
Wow, look at you.
Oh, it was so nice. But anyway, she told me they are broken capillaries in your nose. I don't know if that's what you have, but that's what I have. Yeah.
Huh.
Fun fact.
That's crazy. Speaking about like skin conditions,
what a pod!
I don't even think I don't think I talked about this last podcast episode, but before we left for vacation, which you know the story, but I just have to tell the fans.
Yeah.
Kaya woke up one morning and had what looked like a rash all over her body. Yeah. And I thought nothing of it. And Kinsley was going to the doctor anyways that morning for a sick visit because she had a horrible cough. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to make Kaya a sick visit too. So I went in, they looked at her rash. They're like, yeah, it looks like hand, foot, mouth. And I'm like, oh, great. My kids have never had this. This is new territory for me.
Yeah.
And right. And as the day progressed, I was like, this is not hand, foot, mouth. Like, this is something.
The way it escalated so quickly.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
And like her whole body was just like covered in like this horrible red, puffy, like rash. Turns out it wasn't hand, foot, mouth. It was she's allergic to like the psyllins and just had hives all over her body.
It was wild. And I felt so bad for her. I felt so bad for you. I was like, poor baby.
I literally FaceTimed you that day and I was like, look at my kid.
And like Kimmy's downplaying it. Like it was everywhere.
It was so bad.
Sad. Yeah. I'm happy it went away quickly, but like wild.
It was like one of the worst things ever. Like and then we traveled to the airport like when we got cleared by the doctor and got like Benadryl and stuff for her. Went to the airport the next day and I kid you not, kids were like, Mommy, what's wrong with that kid? Because she just looked like she had because she just looked horrible. Like she just looked like she just had spots all over her face and just luckily she looks like a whole new kid now. Like she just
like a whole new kid like 2 days later when you sent pictures. Like thank goodness it got pretty quickly. Yes.
Yeah. No, but it was horrible. Like I was so upset and I was like a little frustrated with the doctors because I'm like, I harassed them. I'm like, this is not hand, foot, mouth. Like I'm telling you right now, it's not. And it took me like 16 pictures for them to be because you can send pictures through your my chart and I sent like 16 pictures and finally they were like, yeah, that looks a little hivey. I'm like, no,
thank you.
Crap. Like I'm fully aware.
Yeah, that was wild.
Anyways, I
feel
like a horrible mom
because what if you what if they didn't figure it out and then the next time she got sick she took a penicillin or whatever, whatever it is, amoxicillin, and had it happen again or worse. Like
I know.
Crazy.
The craziest kids, I tell you.
Yeah, they're wild.
They're literally so wild.
Anyways, what are you guys up to?
Anywho, that was our. Huh?
What are you guys up to this weekend?
We have Kevin has a diaper party for one of our friends.
Cute.
Yeah, and she's one of my good friends, so I'm gonna go and like help set up in the morning, and then we are gonna get lunch with like some of the other gals, like husbands that are going, and then we'll meet back up with the boys after that.
Fun.
And then Sunday, and then Sunday we have nothing.
Sunday's gonna be very, very cold. Stay inside Sunday.
Good thing I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
Yep. What about you guys?
Tonight I have a old coworker reunion at a restaurant, so Like,
what do you mean, an old coworker?
Like a bunch of people we used to work with are meeting up.
Oh,
like an old.
But they don't work there anymore.
Yeah, some of them. Well, I don't think so. I work there. I'm not going to say where I work in case.
Well, you don't have to say where you work.
I still work there, but I think most of them don't. So it's like
nice.
a little reunion. And then tomorrow we have a play date. Sunday we have a play date. And that's it.
Wow, you guys are social. Look at you, you social butterfly.
I know. Well, it's funny because the play date on Sunday we scheduled like weeks ago, and the play date tomorrow was just scheduled like this a couple days ago. But the play date tomorrow, the people I'm supposed to meet with on Sunday are also going to. So I'm like, we'll see how the one tomorrow goes. I don't know if we need to do 2. It's a lot, so we'll see.
Yeah. What is just like somebody's house or?
Yeah, it's our neighbors.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, aren't we?
You social butterfly, you.
Gotta love it. And I think I'm the only person that doesn't have Monday off, so I'll be working on Monday. Everyone else has a 3-day weekend. Does Kevin not have off
Monday?
Either? Martin Luther King Day.
Oh no, Kevin doesn't get those holidays.
Yeah, I don't either. Me and Kev will be working.
No, he's corporate America. Does Adam have off?
Yeah.
Oh, he does?
Mm-hmm. But nobody knew. He didn't know he had off until like 2 days ago. So I'm like, well, I didn't take the day, so I'm working.
Yeah.
You know.
Did we get a follow-up of if he has to go into the office or not?
He has not reached out to HR. He's just trying to play it coy. So I'm not sure what he's doing.
Oh,
he has a contract that I think will make him go in.
Or conscious, got it. Okay.
Or like, yeah.
I thought you said a contract.
A what?
I thought you said a contract.
No, that's the thing. He when he got hired, he was a remote employee. So
right.
We'll see.
Well, you know what? A lot of that is like, I feel like in-person things or remote work is like disappearing.
It is 100%. I mean, think about it. All of these companies still have their buildings. They're paying a ton of money for them, or office space that they're paying a ton of money for, and nobody's going. Hi, Kevin.
Yeah.
Hi.
You want to be on the pod again? 2 weeks in a row, special guest?
Next week.
Next week. Okay. You didn't even bring
I was dying of thirst. I really needed a water
bottle. Oh.
What?
I thought he was bringing you your wine.
No, he brought my water bottle.
Boo!
What about the wine, Kev?
You want wine?
Maybe.
Can you get me one too, Kev?
No.
Anywho,
should we jump into pop culture? Because I feel like a lot has happened this week.
I know. I literally, I didn't feel like being electronic, so I just have my notepad. Oh my god!
That's so weird.
Oh my god, I'm obsessed with that. I'm literally obsessed with that.
That's so funny. Yeah, for context, for anyone who's not watching this, Kimmy and I always have a shared notes app. And today we both wrote down our notes on paper, but not telling each other.
No, we literally not tell each other we're doing that. That's probably the best thing I've ever seen. I was like, I pulled it up.
I know, I did that this morning. I'm like, funny things. But I feel
like I have a book here today.
Red wine. You're so fancy.
I opened this yesterday, so
it's probably still good. I probably should have had a wine or something because I would like a little drink before I be social tonight, not social anxiety is getting to me, so I probably will have a drink. I should have had it, but still a little early.
Yeah. You'll be fine.
I'll be fine.
You're a social butterfly.
You know it.
All right, let's jump into it. Do we want to start with the biggest topic that has happened, or do we want to start off small here?
No, I think we start off big. Let's go. Go big or go home. I'm assuming you're going Matt James.
I was going Matt James.
Do you want to give some background for our listeners?
Yeah, I can give some background for our listeners. Matt James and Rachel.
Kirkconnel?
How do you say her last name?
Kirkconnel, I think.
Yeah. I think they've been together. They were on The Bachelor together. He was The Bachelor, and did he pick her?
So there was some weirdness. I don't fully remember. I think he picked her, and then they broke up because things came up about her and her past, like being racist. Like I don't know if it was a Twitter post or anything, whatever it was.
Yes.
So they broke up.
And then, it was like the sorority thing, wasn't it?
Yes, it was something with a sorority.
Yes.
And then they did get back together. I don't know how long it took, but like maybe a couple months later, they did get back together. And now it's been 4 years.
4 years. Yep.
Yeah.
Been together for 4 years, and he wrote an Instagram post that they have ended their relationship, and it has started an uproar in the social media world because
all over my feeds.
Everyone is beside themselves. They're like, how did this happen? They were just in London together. I think a lot of you might even know, like influencers and people like that, like they don't post in real time.
For sure.
So like they could have been in London, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. But still, there's so much weirdness.
There's so much weirdness. His Instagram post was a little
weird.
I
don't even know, like, why did you pick that picture? The caption was a little weird. Like, I do know they're both religious, but like, usually I feel like, especially for like influencer or like celebrity couples, statement, like a joint social media statement. There was none of that. I went to her Instagram after. Her last post was like December 4th, and it was like a post for his birthday.
Yeah.
But I think the reason, a couple reasons why people are so confused and like shocked by this is, number one, like you said, they've been posting that they're in London. But even if they're not, let's just say this was 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Why? You just saved up all this content. You don't have to post videos of you two. It wasn't an ad. Like, it'll say paid advertising.
Right.
Like, why would you do that? Like, it's so strange that you're going to post that, and then 16 hours, I think it was, later. And then there was like a story, and obviously she's in the back of it of like, which pizza should I eat? Or I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't have to post that if you're going through a breakup. So either like someone cheated and it was just found out like after all that was posted, or like I've seen speculation that like she wanted an engagement and thought it was coming, and then it didn't end up happening, so she broke up. There's a lot of speculation. I also saw something that said she was blindsided by this news, and she liked whoever commented on that.
Yes.
So yeah, there's just a lot. But there's
a lot.
Everyone.
It is wild. It what?
I said everyone is distraught.
I know. It's weird.
It's
weird, and it's weird. You want to what?
I want to go on my Instagram right now to see if there's an update. There's not. Okay.
Get on it, girl.
I like throughout the day because that's how invested I am about that.
It's definitely weird. I did see something saying that like a lot of their close friends also like thought like this trip was going to end in an engagement. And
makes sense. It's been 4 years.
Right. 4 years, and like I think social media, I know like a lot of people even say this, like it's their relationship just doesn't look like it would end like as fast as it did.
Yeah.
I just feel like even the birthday posts, like who writes that and then like 2 weeks later you're broken up.
Yeah.
Like it's just it's wild, but I also think that people like loved them so much that it's difficult to process them like actually breaking up.
It's like we don't have closure on the situation because it's like we're not only finding out about a breakup, but we also don't know what happened. Give us something.
Right.
But I also saw that like people were commenting on TikTok on his video that he had posted, like the eating pizza in London. And someone said like wedding food, or no, someone said, when are you getting married? He posted wedding food.
Yes.
Or like some.
And recently, like it was within like the same time frame of him posting that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or there was another
it like makes
like something about Rach. I don't know what, but like, yeah, very like time, like you either literally went through her phone and found out she was cheating, so you just ended it all of a sudden, or like something big had to happen.
Or like vice versa, like maybe.
Yeah, or vice versa. Yeah. Do you hear my dogs?
You're breaking up.
Oh.
I hear your dogs, but you're breaking up a lot.
Uh-oh.
You're there.
Oh, good. What?
Yeah, no, it's I don't know. It's weird. It's weird to see like influencers like that like break up. Can you hear me clicking my pen?
Yeah, I can definitely hear you, and so can the crowd.
I'll stop. It's like one of these.
Oh, we got those from my mom for Christmas, that the girls did.
Yeah. I'll move it so I'm done fidgeting. But I feel sad for them, and I thought like maybe it was a joke because he seems like he's kind of like a jokey person, but like why would you joke about that?
I know, such a weird. I was listening to another podcast this morning and she said the same thing. She's like, if it's a joke, like that's not really funny. It's just kind of weird.
Funny.
Like,
yeah.
That's not how you tease an engagement.
Right.
Hopefully by next week when we record the pod, we'll have answers.
I don't think we will.
You don't think so? I think she'll come out with a statement. Just
you think so?
Because there's so much speculation about what happened. I think by the week, like, give it a couple days, like, give her time. But
He'll say something.
Yeah. Or, like, he'll say something. I think one of them will say something. If not, wild.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wild.
On to the next. I don't know if I have anything else about that one.
I don't either. My next one is Jen Shaw.
Oh, I don't even know this one.
You don't?
No.
Her prison. What?
Is she out?
She's not out, but she her prison sentence got shortened, and she is expected to be out in November of 2026.
Oh, Jen. I feel like it's been shortened before.
It has. Okay. This is her second time, like getting shortened.
Behavior. Bring her back to Salt Lake City, the Real Housewives.
Can you imagine? Like, that's my next thing is, like, are they going to bring her back to Housewives?
Please do. Please.
Do they have to? Like,
yeah.
Is that TV gold?
That's TV gold. That is.
And, like, the dynamic, like, all of them don't even really, like, I feel like they have not talked crap about her, but even, like, Heather has been like, yeah, she punched me in the face, like, blah, blah. And then Jen denied that. And there's just been so much, I think because they, like, she wasn't supposed to get out until, like,
I don't know when her original
like 2028 or, like, something like that. So
we love a good redemption story, though. What if she comes back and she's, like, this innocent, nice, reformed?
Jen Shaw?
It'd be great.
I don't see that.
I don't think so either, but it'd be fun to watch. Either way, it'll be fun to watch if she's crazy.
Oh my God, I hope they bring her back because that really will be TV gold.
Speaking of the finale of Salt Lake,
are we getting into that already?
So, like,
it was so good.
It was so produced. But
it was so produced, but so good. Like the
fact that they all went along with it, I was like, "We're really doing this."
I watched What Happens Live afterwards. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
And they were I'm kind of annoyed because Lisa was like, "No, I did read a text message, and so did Meredith."
Yeah.
And I want to hear what they had to say.
It clearly wasn't that interesting because they didn't air it.
It couldn't have been that interesting. Yeah. But I will say, I do think Lisa totally overreacted. I think she had no right to get that offensive. Like, did you hear what Heather said about
Whitney? Or what Angie said about Bronwyn? You dress up in a hot dog suit because you sucked your way to the top?
Horrible.
Or that your husband's foot is halfway in the grave?
Dude. Or like your ears are pinned like so far down. I'm like, this is bad. Could you imagine like me, you, and like
No.
Jess just like, this is the meanest thing I've ever said about you. Like
No.
I don't think I'd ever
the
speak
girls
to you
were
again.
just like, okay, yep, okay.
Yeah. They're like, all right, bury the hatchet.
Whitney goes, and it's like, and then what bothered me the most about that whole thing is like, yes, obviously overreacted. Like, if it's not true, then be like, okay, Whitney, like, move on, whatever.
Yeah, like that's not true.
Out of all that is then she literally immediately looks to Angie, who had nothing to do with this, and says the thing about her husband. I'm like, what are you doing?
You just did the same thing that you're getting mad about. Like
now you're doing to someone else who wasn't even involved.
Wasn't even remotely involved. Like just so you just wanted to like turn the tables on like another relationship so you're not getting the heat. And I think I told you this too. I feel as if that what Whitney said really wasn't that like, it's not like she was saying like her husband cheated on her.
Sure.
She's just saying like, oh, they had a threesome. Like if you had a threesome, own it. Like
or
some people are into it. Who cares?
Okay, Whitney, like good try. Like that she overreacted so much was like,
so did that happen?
All I know is like clips, the little previews we've seen look outstanding.
They look really good, yeah.
Like Meredith is getting called out, or her husband, someone's cheating in that relationship. Yes. I forgot what else happens, but I was like, oh, this is gonna be good.
It's gonna be good. And also on Watch What Happens Live, Lisa was like, Annie's like, or a fan question was like, do you feel like you take criticism well? And she's like, there's a difference between taking, and I'm like, you do not take criticism well at all.
Nobody can say anything to her ever.
No, like nothing, or you get so mad about it. I feel like in the beginning of these seasons, I was such a Lisa and Meredith stan. Like, I'm like, I love them so much.
Yeah, I like Lisa.
And now I'm just like, you guys are annoying. Like, you can't take criticism whatsoever. Like, anytime something happens, you freak out and you go like ape crap. Like,
yeah,
it's good for TV, but it just gets like,
it's a lot. They're both so much. I can't stand Meredith. I never could. So that's
I liked Meredith, and now I'm just like, you're just not made for reality television. Like, truly. You cannot take fighting. You can't take any heat. You don't like when people talk about, like, you sign up to be criticized by, like, this is the show. It's the premise of the show. And like, if you can't like handle the heat, get out of the kitchen. Like, it's she's annoying. And I do want to say, I feel like when I first started the show, I'm like, how do you like Mary Christine? She is so annoying. She's so rude.
I told you.
And now I love her. Like, she's so funny. She's so like,
so funny.
She just doesn't give a crap. Like, she will tell you that clip I sent you like the other day of her being like, what made you wear that necklace, Heather? I was dying.
So funny. And like, she doesn't even try to be funny, which I think is what makes her more
funny. She doesn't.
Like, it's just like, she's just being her, and it's so funny. Yeah, no, I didn't like her in the first couple seasons either, but like, yeah, she grows on you. She really does.
She does. She totally does. What's your take on Brittany?
Hate her. Hate.
Yeah. Get her off my screen.
Hate. Get her off my screen. She's trying too hard, is how it comes across.
Too hard. Way too hard. And I don't think it was this episode, but it might have been the episode last time where she was like, I do have a confession to make. And they were like giving her heat for like recording them or something. And she's like, I am intimate with Jared. And everyone's like, no shiz. Like, we know.
Yeah. It's just those weird little things.
Mary's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. She just does it in a weird way. Like, it's almost like she's just trying too hard to bring the attention on herself. Right. But then it's like nothing interesting, or like that the girl, like, it's just a weird way to come across. There was one episode where she's like, I have an announcement to make. My daughter came over, like, we talked, or whatever it was. it's just the way you go about it that's so strange to me. Like if you were talking to like
Right.
one person, you're like, I'm really excited. Like my daughter came home and we finally talked. That's great. But the fact that she had to like make an announcement, that's kind of what she did in the scene you just referenced too. Like, all right, I have a confession. Like what?
Right. Like who? Okay.
Yeah.
Great. We know.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
That show is like TV gold, and
TV gold.
the reunion is going to be
3 parts.
So good. I'm sad that I hate that. Like I hate that I have to 3 weeks of a reunion.
I agree, but there's also not much on TV right now, so I'm kind of like, give it to me.
Yeah.
Kind of transitioning in a way. You watch watch what happens live. Chrishell.
I have watched.
Chrishell was on the one. Yeah.
Yes.
Did you catch when we're gonna kind of transition to Traitors? Did you catch when Andy asked why Tom Sandoval was sweating so much? What Chrishell said?
I did.
That he was drinking too much Coke and there was too much sugar in his body, or his body was trying to sweat out the sugar. I'm like, is she telling us he's doing Coke?
Literally. I was like, what is she saying?
Yeah, I was like, oh, what a sly way to say that. He's drinking too much Coke and his body's sweating off the sugar.
Right. That was so weird. I'm like, why can't you say he's hot? Like,
he's sweating. I thought it was funny.
She likes to, Chrishell, I think she accuses, like, too many people of doing drugs. Like, I feel like that's just, like, her scapegoat. Like, she's like, they do drugs. They do drugs. They do drugs.
Sandoval might have been, though. Like, he was sweating a lot.
He could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I saw that episode, because I only watched 2. I'm not
going to watch 2 episodes.
I know.
What am I supposed to do here?
I don't know.
What?
You got to remember what happens not on episode. What are we at? Like, what episodes are out?
4. Just 4.
Oh, okay. So I only knew there was 3.
That show is so good.
I know.
It just like it's so good. It's like drama. It's like a murder mystery. I think the best part about it is we know who the traitors are.
Yeah.
So like you watch. What?
I said, yeah, that's interesting that we know.
It is. And you like can just see things happening in plain sight and you're like, how do you not see this? Like it's just, and then when somebody, let's talk about Dylan Efron.
Yeah.
Love him. He is so cute.
He's so sweet. I like didn't understand who he was at first, and I was like, oh, that's Zac Efron's brother.
Yeah. He's so smart. He's like so. I just love him. Like he needs to be on my screen constantly.
You know what I'm upset about? Speaking of people I love, Wells.
I know that was too soon.
It was, and it was. I mean, here's my perspective. So I don't really remember Wells when he was on The Bachelorette. I know him more from like being the bartender on Bachelor in Paradise. He's funny. Yeah. He's like doing their little therapy sessions with them. It's cute. It's fun. Whatever. I do agree that he seemed very traitor-like on the show. He was quiet. He was to himself. So like, if you knew of Wells and how he acts, at least on the show, you'd be like, why is this guy being so weird? Like, he's so funny. And like, he's married to someone who's so funny. And like, why is he acting so weird? So I kind of was like, I kind of get it. Like, why everyone's suspicious of you.
Right.
So, right. Yeah. That's my hot take.
Yeah, I can see that too. I actually don't even remember who else got voted off.
Well, don't tell me because I don't know. Episode 2 ended on them revealing that Rob was also a traitor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I won't tell you, but it's good. And the last episode was really good.
Okay. Oh, Dorinda. Dorinda was voted off. I watched her get voted off.
Oh, yes. Yeah, they were going for the housewives a little bit, right? Yeah. It's so good that I went back and I started season 2.
What do you think of season 2?
It's good. Like, it's just as good.
Okay, because before this season came out, I was like, I'm going to watch season 1 and see what the show's all about. I know the new season's premiering, and I wasn't a fan. But this one seems to be much more, like, dramatic, like, much more drama-filled. So I'm like, maybe
I think the farther you get in season 2, the more dramatic it gets.
Yeah, I think I only made it literally an episode.
And Peter's on it.
Oh, from The Bachelor?
Yeah. And he a lot of people say that, like...
Pilot Pete?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They like compare... Why are you laughing?
Because you're so confused by me asking about Pilot Pete. You're like, yeah.
I couldn't hear you. You're breaking up.
Oh, sorry. It's the virtual world.
Yeah, your audio's really bad.
Sorry, folks.
He's a lot like Dylan Efron is in this season, where he like is very smart and like witty and like figures things out really fast. And but I'm like flying through this season. I want to see what like the end's like and like how that whole process works.
Yeah. When do new episodes come out? Because I didn't even know there's a fourth one out.
Thursday.
Oh, so it just came out last night or yesterday?
Yeah.
And you watched it already?
I watched it. I watched it today when I was folding laundry.
Did you watch Southern Charm last night?
I did.
Any thoughts?
Did you?
Yeah, I don't remember it being that exciting though. I'm trying to think.
I don't remember it being that exciting. I will say the Craig and Austin thing, like I almost feel like this is kind of like a produced, like
it's weird.
It's weird. It like doesn't make sense. I don't see how like it just turned so quickly. Like I think Austin was just like, I miss my friend, and it just turned drastically, like to where he's like, I'm gonna buy pillows and beers off of you. Like,
yeah,
I think some of it was truth. I just think it was upplayed a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. And I think what's hard, and I think we talked about this last week, is like we know they're good, like in real life right now. Like they just opened a restaurant or a bar or whatever.
Yeah.
So like it's hard to watch and be like, oh, what's gonna happen? Because it's like we know you guys are good.
You know.
Yeah.
I will say Sally and Taylor's conversation, I like respected Sally so much. Like I just feel like she was like, this is my relationship, or my past relationship. I could talk about it if I want to. Like you're the one that
talks about their past relationships. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, and she's totally like entitled and like has every right to talk about it. And like, I don't think Taylor has like any right to say like, you can't talk about this with my friend group. You just got here.
Yeah, I agree.
I think she just took that way too far.
Yeah, I agree. And also speaking of like her and Gaston, I wish he filmed, because I really want to, like, no one seems to like him. And I'm like, is he kind of putting like a little bug in her ear too about this whole situation? And I'm like, why aren't you filming? Like, what's happening here?
Right. Yeah.
Weird to me.
I'm going to say definitely. Like, it feels like he totally is. And I don't think Sally has any, and she says like he cheated on me, like point blank. And I don't think she has any reason to lie about like their past relationship. And she said it was like a really toxic, bad relationship. And I just don't think, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm very curious. I think, actually, I don't know if they're still together or not. I haven't really looked.
I think they are.
Huh. Interesting.
Let me look at her past.
Anything else? I didn't watch, I don't know if you even watched Southern Hospitality.
I seen like the first 2 seasons.
Okay. I didn't watch it last night. I was tired and needed to go to bed. But it's a good season so far, is what I will say. Yeah, I watched the first half and it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. So I'm gonna need you to catch up.
I will.
Thanks.
I am like watching like way too many.
Did you watch Selling the City or start selling? Oh, Kimmy.
I know, but I got into Traitors, so I like stayed up till 11 o'clock watching season 2 last night. I know I was so I don't know.
I think I was in bed by like 8:45 last night.
We have been such on Florida time is an hour ahead of where we are. So we've been on such Florida time. So 8 o'clock here is 9 o'clock there.
Yeah.
So like when we first got home, we were like going to bed so early. And now I just feel like I'm caught up on sleep and I'm back to staying up a little bit later. Yeah. It's just my time to like.
I know, I miss it.
I don't have me time. Yeah. Like I'm on constantly with children, so I love to take like 7 to 11 to just.
I know. I wish I could stay up. I tell it because Adam does the same thing. He's free from 8 to like midnight, and I'm like, I just can't do it. My body physically is like melting.
Bedtime.
Yeah, melting into the couch or wherever I am. Like, just can't do it.
Yeah,
which is good for me because I've been getting up early, doing my yoga.
Look at you. I was talking to my therapist today because anxiety. And she was like, I was telling her, I feel like my mornings are super hectic because I like, when the girls get up, I get up. It's, and she was like, why don't you wake up like a half hour before them and
do some yoga?
Either like, what?
Do some yoga.
Do something. And I'm like, maybe I should do that. So do you get up before the girls get up?
I do. So actually, so it's only been 2 weeks of me doing this, but I accept.
2 weeks is amazing. Like, that's a long time.
Well, it was amazing. So last week, this is brand new, like with the girls. So last week, they always get up at 7. Addison will get up earlier, but her Hatch sound machine goes green at 7. So she knows when it's green, she can come out of the bed. For some reason, this week, she's coming out of the bed before we go green. And I'm like, oh, no. We need to stay in bed. In addition to her getting out of bed, Sophie used to lay in bed. Like, she would also get up before 7, but she would lay there and she would play with her little dolls and babies and do whatever she's doing. Now she's crying. So I'm like, what is happening? So now it was like 6:45, I think, when Addison came out of her room today because she sneezed and boogers were everywhere. And then she's blowing her nose in my room and Sophie starts crying. And I'm like, dang, guys, like I was supposed to have till 7. So I only did a 10-minute yoga today, but better than nothing.
What time have you been getting up?
Between like 6:20 and 6:30.
And you set an alarm and you're just like, all right, time to start the day.
The alarm was off at 6, but I've also been going to bed at like literally like 9 o'clock, like 9.
So you get like
yeah. So like I actually am like probably sleeping the same amount, but like I definitely lose my nights. So that's kind of sad.
I think that's like my goal, to start waking up a half hour before they get up. I mean, my girls are very what?
So we can text each other and hold each other accountable. Hey, you up?
I know. I don't think I'm going to work out though. Like, I just can't work out in my own home. I don't know why.
I don't think it's a workout. Like, I've tried probably my whole life to wake up early and work out, and I can never do it. Because this is literally like doing stretches, and it's so like calm, and I like have a headphone in so it's not loud or anything. I actually come in this room and I do it. And it's just so like, I don't really do much. Like, it's really just stretching. I feel like that helps me like kind of wake up.
Yes. Yeah. I need that because I feel like I wake up and it's just
chaos.
Mommy, I want to go downstairs. I go downstairs. Mommy, I need a snack. Mommy, I need a drink. Mommy, I want to watch this. Mommy, I want to do that. Like, I haven't even had a sip of coffee and I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off already. Changing diapers, going to the bathroom. And then it sets the tone for like the rest of the day of just constant chaos until noon when Kaya goes down and Kinsley does whatever she wants. Like, when Kaya goes down, Kinsley, I try to get her to do like independent play. So like play with her sensory table, watch something on her iPad, play a game. And I mean, during that time I'm like cleaning up or something, but it's just chaos until that point.
Yeah.
I need like 30 minutes before they wake up.
Honestly, I will say even the 10 minutes like this morning really does help. Like, it really does. I don't know. It really helps though. Yeah.
No, I need to start doing that.
Okay, next topic, and I need you to do this in real time if you haven't seen it yet, because it made me, I won't even tell you what it made me do. I need you to open TikTok, and I need you to go to Brooke's most recent TikTok.
Who's Brooke? Oh, the kissing.
Were you like so grossed out?
I was like, what is happening? It was disgusting.
So I was on TikTok earlier. If anyone's listening and hasn't seen it, go do it because you'll probably barf. So I was on TikTok and I was on a different video and I forgot what it was. It was maybe something even about them. And like, you know how like the search bar will come up and say like,
oh yeah, it says like Brooks and Gleb kissing.
Yeah. So I clicked on that and then like it let me do like a bunch of weird things. So I was like, oh, whatever. Then I was like, what are these people talking about in the comments? So like I went to Brooke's page and I started watching and I'm like, whoa, there's right there.
I know. I saw it and then I saw a bunch of people reacting to it and they're like, I was at work. Like my child was next to me and it was
That's why the app's being deleted.
Literally.
Everyone just put it all out there now that we're losing the app.
I know. What are you guys gonna do?
Nothing. We're very lucky that we have an Instagram following. Like if we didn't, like I feel very bad for people that like have it all on TikTok. Yeah. Like I know a lot of people probably have both because I would assume a lot of people have both. But like for example, that one girl, the one with baby Franklin, she has like 5 million followers on TikTok and like 300,000 on Instagram. Like obviously that's not a small amount, but like that's a huge difference.
Totally.
So like I feel bad for like people that like make their money off TikTok shop, like or like small businesses, even like us. Like some of our videos that we post on our TikTok do really well. And it's like Instagram just doesn't.
It's not like a good algorithm because it's not. I feel like a lot of people don't look at reels on Instagram. Like I don't really go into reels a lot. Maybe it'll change now that like TikTok's banned, but I'm not a reels person. I'm more just like I want to see the pictures and I want to see the stories.
And it's more like your friends you're watching on Instagram, at least for me. Like my friends and it's closer people. Where TikTok is just like a free for all of like funny reels and like fun things.
And I think Instagram, like the stories become really overwhelming because there's just like thousands of them that you haven't gone through.
Yeah.
And Instagram just like or TikTok, you're just like moving your finger constantly and like looking for stuff. But yeah, no, that's going to be wild. Speaking of TikTok, I want to talk about Spencer Pratt and Heidi. Have you seen? I am obsessed with this. Like
but they're like making the most out of it and like thriving.
Like I feel awful for them. That has to be horrible. And I feel like, and Spencer made such a good point on one of his like TikToks. I don't know if you saw it, but he was like, I love how one day I'm like this washed up reality star that has no money. And then my house burns down and I'm like the richest person in the entire world. Like I'm like,
now you guys all think I'm rich. And like,
right. Like even the news was like celebrities house burned down, but like prefacing like they have money, it's okay, blah blah. And they're like it's such a flip of like a switch, and but they're making the most of it and they're thriving. And he turned on that PR. Like he 100%. Did such a phenomenal
100%
job. And there's just so many celebrities like dancing to her song and then they were like, this is the first, he just recently posted something. He's like, this is like one of our first ads we've ever like gotten on TikTok.
Oh,
like,
really?
Somebody reached out to them and like wanted to do an ad with them. And I'm sure they've gotten some, but it's probably not like substantial. And I'm like, that's crazy.
That is crazy. Yeah.
I'm so here for it. He posts like probably 30 TikToks a day.
I know. See, this is another reason TikTok can't go away. Like people need it.
Yeah. Oh my God, there's something on this chair and my pant leg is stuck on it.
Yeah. Remember when I bought you the cameo for your wedding and it was
Yes, Spencer. Yeah.
I love that so much. She was so good at it.
He was really good at it. Preference to, or like backstory to that, my wedding was in like the midst of COVID. And Kevin and I went through like so many like hurdles, and the world essentially got shut down, and we were supposed to get married like 4 months after that. So we like lost out on like a wedding venue and just so many things. And it was like, it wasn't the hardest time of my life because we did like end up having a wedding that was absolutely perfect for us, but it just sucked because you get like all these things taken away from you that so many people like a wedding shower. Like I had like a very small one because it was COVID. And I love Spencer Pratt. Like I just think he is the funniest human in the entire world. And Christine bought me a cameo of him being like, "Happy wedding," or your wedding was supposed to be today. Yeah. No, I wonder, it's probably my phone somewhere.
I was gonna say, it's gotta be somewhere, but it's a good one. He was good.
It was such a good one. I loved it.
I think he wanted an invite. We should have sent him one.
He did. He's like, "Invite me to the wedding." I mean, it was really small, you guys. No celebs were getting in.
Oh, too funny. I don't know if he would have made it up to Sheboygan.
I don't think he would have. No, in my little Airbnb.
Oh, too funny.
But it was a good wedding, I'll tell you that.
It was a great wedding. It was a great time. Mm-hmm. Great wedding. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ah, good times.
I have other things, but they're just really not that.
My last thing, which I don't have a lot to say about it because I don't have a lot of info, but the Justin Baldoni thing.
Yes. Oh, that was on my thing.
$100 million?
I know. And I saw that he is like suing Ryan Reynolds for what was it? They made essentially bullying because they think that in Deadpool 2 there was like a cameo where they're making fun of Justin. So they're like, I need all of the oh my gosh, I can't even think of what the word is.
Like rights or something, or money for that.
Not the rights. Like they want demanding Disney hold on to documents to support his claim Ryan Reynolds used Nice Pool to bully him.
Wild. I haven't seen the movie, but is there a part where
I haven't seen it. I think there's a part where like in Deadpool he's got like long like curly hair, and I don't remember exactly what happens, but I think it's like he has trouble being into, I don't know, something like that.
Interesting.
But no, I haven't seen it.
Wild.
I
hope we get a trial, and I hope we get to watch it like Johnny Depp.
Yes, that would be so cool.
I know.
Just seeing Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds just like sitting in a courtroom. It's not going to be like that. They're probably not even going to go to court.
Yeah, probably not. I still think about the Johnny Depp case, and it's still wild.
But it is like essentially the same case, like because I think Johnny Depp sued Amber Heard for like
defamation of name.
What's the word? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's essentially what it is. So
maybe.
My last thing is that I do want to say because it makes me happy is Brittany Mahomes and Patrick Mahomes had their third kid.
Golden.
And I think Golden. Yes. Golden, I'm sure they'll call her Goldie, but that is such like, I feel like a lot of people speculated that was going to be the name.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, because it's like their names are Sterling, Bronze, so like they had to go with the theme.
I didn't even think about that. I didn't really.
Really?
I'm not that invested. I didn't really know their kids' names. Oh, but now that you say it, that's funny.
Mm-hmm. Huh. But congrats to those two. And 3 kids is a lot.
3 kids is a lot. And her oldest is like maybe 3? Maybe.
4, maybe. Like possibly 4. At the oldest 4.
Yeah. Speaking of people that are having babies, and like a lot of them, Nia, is that her name? From The Valley?
Oh, yes. Pregnant again.
Her husband's name. Yeah. She has also like a very similar. Maybe he's 4, maybe. Or maybe he'll be 4 by the time the baby's born.
Then 4 under 4, they say.
Okay, yeah. So then twins, then a new baby. I'm like, dang. And like the last season we watched her like going through postpartum like depression. I was like, that was quick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she rocks it. She looks great and like super
so good, yeah. And she like does it like effortlessly. Like
yeah.
And then there's me who's like struggling to like take care of 2 children.
Yeah, same. It was hard. Like people I always see, like I feel like ask like, what was harder, transition from 0 to 1 or 1 to 2? I'm like 1 to 2. 0 to 1 was like, oh, new baby, this is bliss.
1 is like the easiest thing in the entire world. Like
compared to 2, yeah.
If I could go back to like, no, I would never go back to 1, but like 1 was so easy. Like I just remember like Kevin and I would just watch all of our shows constantly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, until she was like 1, because she had no idea what was happening. Like we had, now that we have 2 and 1's like 3, like it's constant chaos, constant toys everywhere.
Yeah. What I think what would be hard about 1 though is like now, and you probably maybe you're there, I don't know, but I remember the transition from when like Sophie and Addison actually started playing together, and it's such a beautiful like thing because I can get stuff done for once. Where like I think if you had 1, you would constantly be their friend. Like I want you to do this with me. Which is fine, but like I think it would be a lot. Where like now they like get entertainment from each other. Or I think
I'm still like at that phase where
entertain.
Yeah, I'm still at that phase. Like Kaya sometimes will play with her, but she's still into like that mischievous phase where she would rather
like a 1.5, 2. You'll get there.
Yeah, like Kaya wants to find like the outlets that she can like poke her finger in and do all the naughty things, and Kinsley's like, well, mommy, I want to play with it. Like she still wants me to play with her.
You'll get there because it's great. It's wonderful. Yeah. It's like, oh, I mean, then they end up like hitting each other.
And then you start all over again. Then I'm like, baby number 3, like.
Are we in for baby number 3?
We'll see. After Kaya's hives, I was like, I'm not doing this again. This was horrible. And now, well, the dust settled, so now the dust. Yeah, now I'm like, I could do it.
Yeah, you're good.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Only time will tell.
True that, boo. True that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have to get the kids pretty soon.
Yep. That's all I had on my notepad. It's actually an envelope.
I fixed it. Yeah, I see that. I saw it was an envelope.
And then, like, I wrote those notes, and then I actually had a call, so I was writing notes, like, for work on it. Whoops.
Well.
All right, everyone. I probably won't publish this today, so maybe tomorrow, but still have a great weekend. Having a great weekend.
And next.
Yes. Love you all.